the theory of guys, I can't be serious. Oh wow. Okay, I just can't believe what I just read. I don't believe what I just read. I can't believe what I just finished reading. I mean, this book. People can write lapang ngaphandle, guys. Abantu bayabhala, and you have to give them their space, give them their time, and let these writers be known. This book, the writing is sublime. The writing is simple, and mystic. You know. Hi, welcome to my channel. I am back again with another book review, and I am super excited for this one, for anyone to read it, because it is a book that's it's a timeless book. I think it's gonna be a classic. I do think so. It has that kind of feel of, being a classic. First page, the first page is a cast of characters. It's about 33, if I'm not mistaken, characters. And then my thought is like, oh boy, you don't put a cast of characters like that, yeah, and don't give them their stories, their own objectives, their own misfortunes, their own pitfalls. You don't just put such characters and don't give them a chance to love, a chance to be loved. And 33 characters, that means if you put them in a first page like that, you actually want me to know them, and I deserve to know them as a reader, because you introduced their names, all of them. And that, my dear friends, my dear readers, my dear friends, is what this lady just did. Siphiwe Gloria Ndlovu has done that beautifully. All the characters' biographies are intertwined. They are linked to Genie. And who is Genie? She is a daughter of Golide and Elizabeth Nyoni. Who is Elizabeth Nyoni? Elizabeth Nyoni is a woman. She's a singer, a country singer. She is a self-styled imitator of Dolly Parton, and also Golide is a engineer. He wants to build an airplane to make his people believe that they can take flight. The theory of flight has a tincture of mystical, magical realism, and a historical tale of some sort. Here's the thing. Something happens in this farm, in this beautiful farm. So in the farm, we're introduced to this family, Elizabeth Nyoni and her daughter Genie. She's a golden child. She hatched from a golden egg. Through Genie, we are shown the beauty of this farm when she was a kid, playing in a field of sunflowers, putting her feet in the soil. Each character's lives connects, and unfolds, and we get to know these characters through Genie and through her family and what happens in the fight. Because it was not written in a linear sort of form, or narrative form, or something linear. It is quite it's quite a lot to decipher. The only thing that is surely absolutely clear is that human beings are connected, and all these people, these 32 people, are connected to Genie in this farm. We're introduced to the men in berets and red berets, those that attack the farm, those that change Genie's life and Genie's world. So while she was playing with Marcus in the sunflowers, these men, and they come in and they bulldoze the farm and do harm to the people. They kill the people and burn the people. The Masukus then come, which is Marcus' parents, Dr. Dingan and Tandy. They come and adopt Genie. Genie grows up with Marcus' family. They stay together. During her, coming of age, she finds out that she's HIV positive, and then she goes to Dr. Priska. Dr. Priska tries to counsel her and guides her to take her ARVs, but Genie is immaculate. She's just sheer preciousness. She's beyond life itself. She's sitting in that office and she sees Vida. Vida is a metal artist, sculptor, street dweller. He's homeless, but he's a brilliant artist. And while Genie is sitting there, she sees Vida, and then she says, this is what then she sort of knows what she has to do. She has to save him. She gets to she packs her bags at the age of 18. She packs her bags and she leaves Marcus' family, and she goes and stays with Vida in the streets, I think. And it sounds bizarre, but it's absolutely amazing how she is full of life and full of love. And it's disturbing also for Vida in a good way, because he feels her. And I've never read something like this. How Siphiwe writes about love. It's just not. She okay. So Vida stays with Ulonduzana, Genie, and they are together for about 20 years together. And Vida becomes successful, and he always now and then goes to, I think, was it Scotland, or he just goes overseas for his work as an artist. And Genie gets sick now and then because of the virus. And then going back a little bit, Golide, Golide, I said earlier, Golide believes that he can build an aeroplane for his people, that he believes that people can take flight. He believed that his people could fly. That did not stay well. Of course, when he did that, he was he was a phenomenon, of course, but phenomenon comes with haters, so the man himself didn't like that. He has been haunting. He has been not stalking, that's not a good word, but he's been after looking for Golide, because no one knows Golide, how he looks like, but they know of this man who wanted to build an aeroplane. And so the man himself finally find out who Golide was through Dr. Dingane. And Dr. Dingane, he was just sitting and chatting with his friends. His friends are passionate comrades, and they were just having a chat, and he sort of instigated that he knew Golide, and he knew how he looks like, and he's an albino. He is a man of greatness, an inventor, and somehow one of the friends is a traitor. One of the friends goes to the man himself and tells him that we know where Golide is. So that's how Genie's home, which is Beaufort from an estate, got attacked by the men, I think men in berets or something. So because of Dr. Dingane. So that is why the guilt really ate Dr. Dingane, because he ended up adopting Genie, and he took her in as their daughter. Of course, that didn't sit well with, I think, Crystal. Didn't sit well with Crystal. Crystal is Marcus' sister, so that didn't sit well. Story of magic, story of sadness, story of love, story of sunflowers. Just talk about the characters. The man himself, he is the one that sends the men in beret to attack the farm, yeah. And Justina, I think she was a neighbor. She's the one who takes Genie to the Masugus. how did the man himself knew? How did the man himself find out about the farm? It's because Dr. Dingan, Marcus' father, told him. And then Marcus is best friends or friends or childhood friends with Genie. So Marcus with his guild, really, when Justina comes to their house, they take Genie in the house and they raise her as their daughter. At the age of 18, Genie finds out, okay, no, I think she found out when she was, I think, 10, that she was HIV positive. That I might have missed it in the reading. I don't really know how she got it. I really was also curious how she got it, but I don't think it was explained, and it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's about how full of life she was. But there's this, thread that it keeps going on throughout the play of everywhere she passes, you are affected by Genie's spirit or Genie's presence, we also introduced to Vida. Vida has her own. He has his own, threads. Of course, he's a street dweller, and there is characters like Goliath and David, and they been together in the streets. That's like the people, the what you call them. We've got street kids, and then we have adult people that are homeless. So then Vida meets Genie, and they become like involved for 20 something years. And yeah, it's all these characters are all interlinked somehow, and it's so painful because at the end Genie gets becomes very sick, and she goes back to Beaufort farm, and she dies. She goes back to the sunflowers. That image of her putting her feet in the soil and dying. It was quite a bit sad. It was quite a bit sad. I loved it. I loved the book. I honestly did. It's fuck. Sorry, it's a big mind fuck. But also one thing I really, really, really appreciated about the book, about the story, is that the subject of HIV was not sermonized. It was handled with sheer lightness, and it just didn't. It was there. You felt that it was there, and how it slowly ate Genie's body, and that's how it slowly appeared to the reader as well. It was not on your face, and I appreciated that a lot. It is yeah, that's Genie and the tale of this farm, a Beaufort farm and estate. Phew. It's really an amazing read. It's funny because when I finished it, when I went back to sort of skim through, and it's like I already knew the characters. It's like I understood, oh, that's Crystal, oh, that's Justina, oh, those are the Hademis, oh, that's Dr. Dingani or Dr. Priska, oh, those are the survivors, Goliath and David. It's interesting. It's so interesting. I totally loved it, and I gave it 10. It's a give it 10. It's a mind fuck. It's a good mind fuck. Yeah, get it. Let's have a chat about it. Bye.